The last Friday evening, four of us, three of my friends and I, we were sitting we were sitting in this beautiful restaurant, the three of them sitting in front of me, and they were asking me questions about dating. But because I am almost an expert, I have 100% rate. 100% rate because every single girl I asked out or proposed rejected me outright. Okay. And and that's why they were asking me questions. भाई तू ऐसा तो क्या करता है कि हर बंदी मना कर देती है? अच्छा 100% रेट तो हुआ ना, 100% रिजेक्शन ही सही, but 100% rate. Hello everyone, this is Dinesh Parwani. I'm here to talk about building emotional muscles. And I'll talk about two things. One thing is why in the first place is it important to build emotional muscles? Second, how do you actually build them? So let's talk about why is it important. Think of this. You are driving your road on the car on the road and the steering is not in your hands. Instead of the steering, you have given your remote control to at least 10 different people. Your husband, wife, friend, your watchman, the vada pav wala, the bus conductor, some random person walking on the street, and you're driving your car like this. Now think of this. The 10 people whom you have given this remote control to, they are also in a car and they have given their remote control to 10 other people. Sounds a dystopian road, isn't it? Think of that traffic conditions that could create. That's exactly the condition of your minds today, your emotional states today, because anyone can shake you up like this. When was the last time your boss or someone in the on the road said something, you they taunted you something, but you could not reply? The entire day your mind was thinking of replies. मैं इसको ऐसे सीधा कर देता. 50 बार आपने सोच लिया किसको सीधा करने के लिए? बस कंडक्टर को सीधा करने के लिए. भाई क्या करना है उसको सीधा करके? Isn't it? So the problem is that we are into such a loop, such a complex loop, that our emotional states are not being controlled by us. And therefore your emotional state is not different from that car traffic situation, isn't it? And this is actually reflected in data. So we are the most advanced, the most comfortable generation in the last thousands of years of evolution. Despite that, one of the most developed countries on this nation is suffering from mental illnesses. Every fifth person in the United States suffers from mental issues. Every 20th person or 5% of the US population is suffering from severe mental issues which requires urgent help. The question is economic development at what cost? Therefore, it is now crystal clear that if we want to develop, the development should not only be monetary, but it should be emotional as well. So we should be emotionally fine, at least peaceful. Therefore, the question now becomes, how do you actually build those emotional muscles? How do you become emotionally, psychologically invincible, an emotional Iron Man, if I could say? And therefore, this is a framework which I follow. Right? Take your top three priorities. For instance, at 26 years of age, my top priority is my job. So I am a data analyst. Now people keep on taunting me all the time for some things. For instance, my hair, 10 or 20% of my hair has already turned white. And people taunt me for that. They make fun of me. And I'm like, okay, if I used to be in sales, like I used to be in sales a year ago, and if you connect it to sales, that's important, because in sales appearance is important. You have to be presentable. But now that I'm into data analysis, this taunt does not match with my profession, has nothing to do with my profession. Therefore I ignore it. People also taunt me on being thin. I am underweight. But then I take it seriously because being thin means I am not physically good enough. That will eventually affect my mental state, my professional life as well. Therefore, the first thing you have to check is whatever people are taunting, could that really be right? Do you want to do something about it? If no, just ignore it. In fact, make fun of it in public. The way I started this speech as well was by making fun of my own self, because that will make you mentally much more stronger. If you want to be stronger, don't hide yourself. Put yourself in the public, stand on the stage and say, Jo khana ukha lo. मजाक बनाओ मेरा. And that is the way to be stronger emotionally and mentally. Therefore, if I try to design a takeaway, the takeaway should be take up a piece of paper or a mind map. If you could go to a software, define your top three priorities. For instance, my priority, as I told, was profession, health, and my mental peace today. Then can you do something about it? If your salary is low, can you take up a side gig? Can you go for an extra job? Can you start a small business? Or should you leave your job in the first place? Second thing, can you do about some, like, can you not do something about it? Like, there are things which you don't care about. It could be your complexion, your dark skin. I don't want to do something about it. So then leave it. In fact, make fun of it in the public. Finally, laugh on it. So the framework which we designed was top 3 priorities. Can you do something about it? Please do it. If you cannot do something about it, laugh upon it. If you can just do this, the mental and emotional state of our society, not just yourself in general, but we will be much more better. You won't, a speaker like me won't have to come up with data like 20% people are suffering from depression. I hope this, you find this relatable. Thank you.